Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Brokers Traders Espresso with me, Darius Onchauskas. Today is the 25th of April 2018. So we're gonna have a look at the markets, what happened yesterday, what to expect from them today. But first, as always, before we jump in, let's have a read through our risk disclaimer. So JFD Brokers offers exclusively consultancy-free services. The content of this webinar does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, I'll just give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue. Also, a quick reminder of our JFD Brokers website here, and specifically if you click here on JFD Group and click here on JFD Research, it will take you to our little page here that we update on a daily basis. We throw out different trading shoutouts, technical analysis on their own. Of course, different analysis on a daily basis and in different languages. So yeah, guys, I mean, feel free to visit us and I think you can find something useful for yourself here. But for now, let's have a look at the charts. The first one I want to look at is the S&P 500. Now, yesterday, as you all know, probably we got hit here, and the S&P dropped around around 35 points on a day. Now, of course, everybody started panicking around, and you know, kind of, let's say, let's say there too much panic. To be honest, I mean, at the moment it doesn't look that bad. I mean, we are still above this 200 EMA here on the daily chart, and at the moment, yeah, we can see that we broke this level that I've got highlighted here at around 2650 approximately there. So now we're moving. It seems that the index wants to move towards this 200 EMA. We could potentially see something like that. We could potentially see a test of that area. That area would be approximately maybe around the 2610, something like that. Now, if this 200 EMA wouldn't hold, now this would probably start raising concerns, just because we already had a few breaks here in the beginning of April, the breaks of this 200 EMA. Now, potentially we could move a little bit lower and test this bottom side of this triangle formation, let's say, and if that is of course if we make a move below the 200 EMA. Now, and if we'll start seeing a break below this area as well, this lower bound of this triangle, then yes, I mean, that would probably raise even more concerns around this. And so basically a break below the 2580 approximately there could push it towards the lower bound, and then a break below this lower bound could make its way, the index could make its way towards this little area right here at around 2535. Now, and if this area gets wiped out, well, I mean, this is going to turn ugly for the S&P, could potentially turn ugly. So keep an eye on this, guys. I mean, for now it doesn't look that problematic. I mean, we are still above this 200 EMA. We might potentially see a reversal again back to the upside. So everything's possible in these market conditions, and keep an eye on this 2680, 2675 area approximately there, on the upper side, and of course this upper bound of this triangle, or let's say downwards moving resistance line right here, especially if we'll see a break above the 2720 approximately there, then this could open the path towards higher levels. But for now, probably we'll stay neutral on this and just keep observing it and see what it wants to do. Excuse me. Similar stories on the Dow. On the Dow, I was talking about this one in my previous videos this week, and we broke this downwards moving trend line here, the short-term downwards moving trend line, and broke below it again. So, and broke below this 24,200. Now, certainly this does look a bit bearish, I would say, but we're still above this 200 EMA here. So at the moment, probably we're just doing the same thing as we're doing with the S&P, keeping an eye on it. So the FTSE looked strong yesterday, but I believe that we will open lower today just because of this weakness that we saw yesterday in the US equity markets. Now there is some potential to move and lower here then and test this upwards moving support line. And if we can get a nice break below the 7310, 7300, well, this could potentially open the path towards these lower levels. But for now, just keep an eye on this. Be careful, as like I said, if we'll see a bit of negativity, the first level of support, watch out for this upwards moving support line. Let's have a look at a few other instruments, especially gold. Now, gold is at an interesting spot here. Now, we were in this triangle formation here initially. We broke nicely below it. I was talking about this level here, 1321, approximately there. Now we can see that the candle here, this is a daily chart, by the way, and we can be a break below that, and if we get a nice break below the 1321, and also we'll get a break below this 100 EMA here on the daily chart, well, this could open the path towards this this short-term upwards moving support line, right, EMA here on the daily chart. Now be careful with this one right now, guys. I mean, commodity, and maybe we could potentially see some sort of like a sharp reversal back up, but then again, like I said, for now also we're keeping very neutral on this as this isn't this, guys. I mean, keep an eye on this one. 122, 150 initially, and then 122 level. So now we're seeing a bit of recovery yesterday, and this is what I was talking about. We almost had a nice move towards yesterday. We almost had a nice move towards the 140. We were just shy a few pips away from it, but we managed to get a touch of that area today, and we can see that we moved away from this 140 right now. So we're trading at around 139,700. Keep an eye on this, guys. Keep an eye on this area, 138,900, approximately there. Could potentially work out as a nice area of support initially, but if that doesn't hold, well, it could open the path towards this upwards moving trend line, this longer term trend line that started around the March 2017, and it could potentially act as a good level of support as well. Okay, another one, interesting one that I want to show you guys is the Aussie dollar. I mean, the Aussie dollar is selling off heavily, and at the moment we are seeing that it broke this upwards moving trend line that started here for quite a while ago, and that was running since January 2016. At the moment, we're also breaking. We can see that we're also breaking this this downwards moving channel, and it's not really looking good for the Aussie dollar, I would say. So for now, let's say, I mean, it is difficult to jump in right now on the sell side, but because we already are oversold quite heavily. So at the moment, I would probably start just observing it, keeping an eye on it. We might maybe get a bit of retracement later on, but for now, like I said, I'm just staying away from it. I'm just observing, and I want to see what it wants to do later on. But like I said, I am looking for a bit of retracement maybe later on, but not right now. Let's have a look at a few dollar pairs quickly. So the USD CAD is looking strong. Continues to grind higher here, breaking this 128,500 now. Certainly we're not seeing a close above that level yet, so if we'll get a nice close above this today, well, like I said, like I was mentioning this in my previous videos, we could potentially see a move towards the 129,500, and you probably know that the psychological 130 is not far from there as well. So, but for now, let's go step by step and keep an eye on this 128,500. If we'll start seeing rejections around this area, around the 128,500, watch out for this lower area right here. This other strong level of support and resistance, to be honest, the 128. So there are some good levels to watch here on the USD CAD. Like I said, but as always, probably what I mentioned to everybody, be careful. I mean, if you are entering a position, keep your stop losses, and yeah, just in general, guys, be careful. Okay, let's do one more pair quickly. Let's have a look at the USD Swiss. Now, this one is an interesting one. I was talking about this one yesterday, and we are seeing a nice break above this in 0.97850. We broke it to the upside here, and now it seems that the pair is heading towards this little area right here. Could potentially be heading to 0.98450 approximately there. Now could act as a good level of resistance initially. Let's see if that actually works out. If we see a rejection here, and we'll see like the rate banging on this door and knocking on this door, and then just won't be able to break this, well, guess what? I mean, you probably could see a bit of retracement because we already are a bit overextended here on this pair. So like I said, keep an eye on this one. It is an interesting one to watch right now. Potentially could get a bit of retracement later on, of course, not now. And if we get a nice move below the 0.97850, well, probably I would be aiming for this area right here at around 0.97. Okay, guys, I will wrap it up here. I hope you found this useful, and as always, please do not hesitate to join me later on today at my Traders Tea Time at around 13:15 GMT time. That's 14:15 British Summer Time. And yeah, guys, as always, keep an eye on the price action and have a nice day. Thank you very much. Bye bye.